my name is Guus and in this video I'm going to talk to you about the Madelief series by Guus Kuijer. This 5-book series is written by Guus Kuijer and is illustrated by Mance Post. And the books were originally written in the late 70s and early 80s. So the titles are... Sorry, I have to read it. Met de poppen is book 1. Grote mensen, daar kan je beter soep van koken, book 2. En dan book 3, op je kop in de prullenbak. Book 4, Krassen in het tafelblad. En book 5, een hoofd voor macaroni. These are Dutch books, as you may have gathered. So this was a reread for me. Originally, when I was a kid, I read them as individual books. But then, a few years ago, I found this omnibus at a library sale. Because I previously, as a kid, loved them from the library. So I found this book at a library sale. I was like, oh, I'll have that. So they are about this girl named Madelief and kind of the adventures, the things she gets up to. Here's the synopsis. And so some of the chapters are like standalone stories, and then other things affect the more greater stories. The chapters are pretty short. Here, as you can see, that there are, quite a lot of chapters. And there are some drawings in the book. That one might be a bit weird if you don't know what's going on. And I really liked to reread this again. It was just what I needed. I wanted something really familiar at this moment. Not that I can remember exactly what was going on the days that I read this book, but I can remember that's why I picked it. And it was really nice to reread it because I hadn't read it since I was a child. I will say, because these books were written in 1975, 1976, 1977, 1978, and so late 70s, not early 80s. This omnibus is newer, but because the books are by now 40 to 45 years old, they have aged a bit in the sense that there's a couple of elements in here let me see, there's a couple times in here, and I don't know if I can find it for you, but there is one instance of Zwarte Piet. But what I was really going to say, there are several instances of like the kids playing, let's say, a stereotypical portrayal of Native Americans. There is a picture, but so that is something I would not have picked up much on when I was a child. So yeah, so that there are those couple of things. Given that they were written in the late 70s, you know, it does make sense. Oh, and there is there is a use of the R word, but then in Dutch. Although I have never heard anyone in Dutch refer to as the A word, or in Dutch is the A word. But that is what it translates. It translates to the R word in English, so there is that. Now back in the late 70s, that was something people still used, and it has, So, I just wanted to point those things out. Other than that, is about some of the things that Madelief and her friends get up to. And for me, it was just a nice, nostalgic reread. Other than, those parts were not things I would have picked up on as a child, because I didn't, well, when I was a child, I didn't know anything about the R word, and so I'd heard of the word, but anyway. So I just enjoyed rereading this. I would not really recommend it to like any young children like nowadays to read it to them, because it has kind of dated, but at the same time, a lot of these pieces can still be read, especially if, you know, you talk about it. But, well, I liked it. It was a nice reread. that's all I've got to say, I guess. Yeah, I can totally see my brain is not optimal. Thank you very much for watching. Have you got any books that you've read in your childhood that you've reread and realized that has dated a bit? Please feel free to talk to me in the comments. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!